You are a naked ape. Every one of your closest relatives, chimps, gorillas, orangutans, is covered head to toe in thick fur. But you're the strange, bald exception on the entire primate family tree. So why did humans lose their fur? The answer is stranger than you think, and it's the reason your body works the way it does right now. Most people assume we lost our fur simply because it got hot. Case closed, right? Wrong. Because here's the problem. Some of the hottest places on Earth are home to plenty of furry animals. Lions, hyenas, antelope. Fur alone isn't the enemy. The real reason involves a life-or-death race across the African plains, millions of sweat glands, and a trade-off so extreme it nearly killed our ancestors. To understand it, we have to go back nearly 2 million years. Rewind the clock. Our earliest ancestors were covered in hair, just like every other ape. And for a forest animal, fur is fantastic. It keeps you warm at night. It shields your skin from scratches. It even lets babies cling to their mother's body. So for millions of years, being hairy was a winning strategy. Our ancestors had no reason to change. But then, the world changed. The forests of Africa began to shrink, and vast open grasslands, the savanna, took their place. And out on that open plain under a brutal sun, our ancestors faced a completely new challenge. They had to walk. They had to travel huge distances to find food and water. And that's where fur stopped being a gift and became a killer. Here's the thing about a working body. Muscles generate enormous heat. When you move, you're basically an engine. And engines have to cool down, or they break. Most animals cool down by panting or by resting in the shade during the hottest hours. But our ancestors couldn't afford to rest. On the open savanna, food was scarce and had to be chased. An animal that overheated and collapsed was a dead animal, and thick fur made everything worse. It trapped heat against the body like a heavy coat in a desert. So evolution faced a brutal problem. How do you cool down a body that has to move all day under a blazing sun? The solution was one of the most extreme upgrades in human history: sweat. Quick question before the big reveal. How many sweat glands do you think your body has right now? A few thousand. Keep a number in your head and comment your guess below. The real answer is going to surprise you. Because to make sweating work, our ancestors' bodies had to do something no other primate had ever done. This is the answer. Humans didn't just lose their fur. We traded it for the most powerful cooling system in the entire animal kingdom. Your body has somewhere between 2 and 4 million sweat glands. That's the highest density of any animal on the planet. When you sweat, that moisture evaporates off your bare skin and pulls heat away from your body, like a built-in air conditioner. But there's a catch. Sweat can't cool you if it's trapped under thick fur. The evaporation has to happen right on the surface of the skin. So for this supercooling system to work, the fur had to go. And this unlocked an almost superhuman ability. Our ancestors couldn't outsprint a gazelle. No human can. But they could do something far stranger. They could outlast it. Scientists call it persistence hunting. Early humans would chase an animal for hours across the hot plains. The animal would sprint, overheat, and stop to cool down. But the naked, sweating human just kept coming, walking, jogging, never stopping, until the exhausted animal collapsed from heat stroke. We didn't win the race by being fastest. We won by being the animal that refused to overheat. And it was our bare, sweating skin that made it possible. And here's the part that connects all of this to you right now. That's why, on a hot day, you sweat until your shirt is soaked, while your dog just pants and lies down. You are running the exact cooling system your ancestors evolved on the savanna 2 million years ago. It's why humans are pound for pound some of the best long-distance endurance athletes in the entire animal kingdom. A trained human can outrun a horse over a long enough distance. That marathon runner, they're doing persistence hunting, just without the prey. But we didn't lose our hair everywhere, did we? Look closer. We kept it on our heads to shield our scalp and brain from the direct overhead sun. And we kept it in a few other spots to help spread scent and reduce friction. Evolution didn't make us bald by accident. It made us bald with a plan. There was even a hidden cost. Once we lost our fur, our pale skin was suddenly exposed to intense ultraviolet radiation. so our ancestors had to evolve dark, melanin-rich skin to survive, the very reason human skin color exists at all. But that is a story for another video. We like to think of ourselves as modern, advanced, far removed from our origins, but every time you break a sweat, you're using a 2-million-year-old survival tool, a reminder that we are ancient creatures just wearing modern clothes. If you want to know why that bear's skin turned dark in the first place, watch the video on your screen next. And if you're the kind of person who's never stopped asking why, subscribe. We go this deep into the story of where you came from every single week.